Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of Magento to Frenet Freight Extension, and in today's video tutorial we'll be showing you how the Frenet Freight Extension can be used by the store admin so as to provide the customers with the option to choose a carrier provider within the browser itself. So now the customers can choose the carrier type for receiving the orders that the customers have placed from your Magento 2 based web store. So we'll be showing you the customer flow, and then we'll be showing you how the web store admin would be able to set up the Magento 2 Frenet Freight extension from the admin backend panel. But before that, let me give you a small gist about this plugin itself. So the Magento 2 store owner can now integrate the Frenet Freight Gateway within his e-commerce web store based on Magento 2, and Frenet is a platform that allows you to do integration with the multiple shipping carriers for Brazilian postal codes. The store owner can find the best available freight prices and can optimize the logistics cost. Through the Frenet Freight service, it is possible to carry out a freight quote based on the parameters of origin, destination, product dimensions, weight, and the total value of the cart itself. With the result of the quotation, the final customer can choose which shipping option is the most appropriate one to be used, because the customer can see the estimated delivery time and cost for the selected carrier there. So now let's go to the web store front end and let's see how a customer would be able to choose the carrier within the Brazilian postal codes itself. So for that, now let's go to the admin. Let's go to the web store front end first. And before placing, while I've placed the order at the web store front end as a customer, thereafter I'll be showing you how the web store admin would be able to get the Frenet credentials from the web side of the Frenet itself and the other info, and the web store admin would be able to also set up the carriers as per his requirement there. And for that, the admin just needs to log into their Frenet account, and from there they can choose the carriers that would be made available to the customers. So right now I've logged into my account and I have one product, that's the blue t-shirt. And if I scroll down a bit under the shipping methods, here you can see that right now two different carriers are being displayed to the customer along with the delivery days as well. And here you can see that it's the Frenet shipping or the marketplace, multi-vendor marketplace Frenet shipping that is being displayed to the customers. Now from any of them, the customer can choose the best one and can tap here on the next button to go to the next step within the Magento 2 web store itself. And on the payment page as well, the customer under the order summary can see the selected shipping, that's the Frenet shipping, and the carrier name, and the estimated delivery in days is also displayed to the customer. Thereafter the customer can place the order and then can check the order details once again under his own account panel by viewing the placed order. And there as well the customer can see the Frenet shipping or the shipping carrier name along with the delivery days. And the order is placed. Let me tap here on the order number link, and we'll be checking the my history for the order itself. And there the customer can check the shipping method that was used to order the blue t-shirt. So that was a Frenet shipping method using the ZX carrier, and the days within which the product would be delivered to the customer. So that was the customer flow, wherein the customers can make use of the available carriers for the Brazilian postcodes, and this is how they can choose their particular carrier to get the orders delivered at their doorsteps. Now let's go to the admin backend panel and let's see how the admin would be able to basically set up the shipping method from the admin backend panel, and the rest of the initial settings that are required for the proper functioning of this particular plugin within your Magento 2 web store. So now let's go to the admin backend panel, So right now I'm logged into my backend panel for my Magento 2 web store, and before making the initial configuration settings for the Frenet shipping carrier, what I'll be doing is for that we just need to navigate to stores and then configuration, and that would bring up the configuration section, and there we need to navigate to the sales section and then tap on the shipping methods. And on the configuration page we'll just scroll down and we'll tap here on the sales and then shipping methods. So under the shipping methods we'll navigate to the Frenet shipping method. So here we are on the Frenet shipping freight shipping method, and here we have different number of options that need to be configured. So the web store admin should have a client, what we say as the account at the Frenet itself, and after the admin has registered for the Frenet, the admin would be able to get the credentials that are the access key, password, and the token itself. So let me take you to the user guide itself, and let me show you how you can get the credentials. And for more information you can check the user guide for getting the credentials there from the Frenet itself. And basically you need to navigate to the Frenet registration page, and there you just need to register yourself, and thereafter you'll be able to get the access key, password, and the token keys as well. So here you have registered yourself, then at the Frenet page you'll have to navigate to the registered data section, and there you'll find your keys, that's the access key, keyword, and the token that you can use in the admin backend panel. Apart from that, you can also choose the carriers within your Frenet account itself, and from the given auto activation shipping methods, the admin can choose the carriers that are needed to be displayed at the web store front end to the customers. And apart from that, from the Frenet itself, the admin can calculate the shipping, and for that the admin just needs to click on the freight calculator on the side hand panel under your Frenet account, and that brings up this particular section wherein you'll be able to set up your origin, destination, zip codes, total value of the products, the destination country, and then you can set up the product data as well, like the weight of the product, the height, weight, and the length. And thereafter you're done making the initial settings for the Frenet itself. So thereafter basically now we can basically configure the Frenet freight shipping option here. So we can choose to enable or disable it according to our requirement. There we can set up the title that is visible to the customers at the checkout time and within the orders as well. Then you'll enter your access key, password, and the token for your Frenet account. Then you can set up the default dimensions of the products, that are the standard height, length, width, and you can also choose the weight format for your products. And you can enable the option to allow the customers to see the delivery time for the respective carriers that the customer wants to choose from. You can also set up the message that shows the deadline, and you can also set up the delay for the add to delivery time in days. And you can also set up the display error message if the shipping method is not applicable. And the admin can also ship to applicable countries, whether you want to make it for all countries or to specific countries. So if we choose specific, and then the admin can choose the specific countries by multi-selecting the countries. And lastly, we can choose to show the method if not applicable. So if we choose this as a yes, then the message display error message would be displayed to the customer. Otherwise, if you choose this as no, then the shipping method would not be visible at the front end. And lastly, you can set up the debug as well for the Frenet configuration. So after your configuration here, you just need to tap here on the save config button, and that will save your Frenet initial configurations. Now after that, the admin needs to navigate to the shipping settings on the configuration page itself, and that will bring up the shipping settings, wherein the admin would be able to set up the origin of his web store. And before that, one more thing is there. For example, if we use the default dimensions and we set that as yes, then the default dimension that you have set would be applicable to all of the products for the admin itself. Apart from that, if you want to use the dimensions as no, then the admin can edit any of the already created products or new products and can set the product dimensions for each of the respective products as required. So now we have come to the section that's used to set the origin for the web store. So just above the shipping methods, we have the shipping settings, and from here the admin can set the origin. So the admin can choose the country as Brazil, the region state as Rio de Janeiro. From the drop down you can choose as required. You can set up the zip code, the city, and the street address. Apart from that, the admin can also set up the shipping policy parameters, and for the option that's apply custom shipping policy, the admin can choose a yes or a no. If the admin chooses a yes, then the shipping policy can be set up here by entering the required data. Otherwise you can choose it as a no, and then you just need to tap here on the save configuration button, and you're done setting up the origin, setting up the dimensions and the initial configuration. Now let's see how the admin can use the if the admin doesn't want to use the default dimensions for a product. So for that, the admin can configure the dimensions for the individual products as per his own requirement, and for that the admin just needs to navigate through through products and through catalog and then products. And here we are on the products page, and the admin can edit any of the already created products or can also add a new product, and then he can set the dimensions for that particular product. So let me tap edit under the actions column, and that would bring up the edit product page, wherein the admin can manually set up the dimensions for each of the respective products within the web store itself. So here are we on the product edit page. We'll just scroll down a bit, and here we'll be able to set up the default dimensions for this particular individual product. And for that, you just need to go to this section, that's the Frenet shipping attributes. Just tap that up, and from here the admin can set up the product manufacturing time or for the freight calculation. Apart from that, the admin can set whether this particular product is a fragile product or not. If it's a fragile one, you can choose a yes for that. So basically this denotes that the product contains glass or any other fragile materials, and this is also used for the freight calculation there. And so right now under the Frenet shipping attributes, we're not able to see the dimensions for this particular product. So for that, what we'll be doing is we'll just go to the admin backend panel, and if the admin wants to apply some specific dimensions to a particular product and wants the rest of the products to have the default dimensions, then the admin will set the option that's the default dimension, use default dimension to no. So let me show you that by navigating back to the admin backend configuration for this particular shipping method. So and now I'll just navigate through stores and then configuration, and on the configuration page we'll just change that particular setting for this shipping method so that we can make the option that's the use default dimensions as no. And on the configuration page we'll navigate to sales, and then we'll tap on the shipping methods, and that will bring up the Frenet Freight shipping configuration settings. And here for the use default dimensions, we'll uncheck this and we'll set it as no, and then we'll be tapping here on the save configuration button once again. And now I'm back on the product that we are editing, so how we can set the individual dimensions of a product. So I'll just scroll down a bit, and then we'll go to the Frenet shipping attributes. So I've just tapped on saving the configuration there, so it's just saving. As soon as it is done, I'll just refresh the product edit page. The configuration has been saved, and now let's go to the product page, and I've just tapped here on the refresh button. Now let's scroll down to the Frenet attribute section on the product edit page to check the dimensions so that we can set them up. And this is how the attributes get visible on the product edit page as well, like the length, height, width, lead time in days, and the fragile product, whether it's fragile or it's not a fragile product. So that was the configuration setting, the main settings for the Frenet shipping plugin there. And I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of this particular plugin. So after the orders have been placed, the admin can check the selected order from the admin backend panel, and then the admin can assign the consignment number to the customer so that they can track the orders that are being processed by the chosen carrier by the customer. So for that, let me take you to the orders section for a sec. So here on the orders section, so we just placed one order. Let's open that same order there. So let me tap here on the view link under the actions column for the order number 136. That was for the blue shirt there, and here we are on the order details page, and under the shipping, here you can see that we have chosen the Frenet shipping, and the carrier is FedEx, and the delivery will be made in 4 days, and the cost of the delivery as well. So let me go ahead and let me generate the invoice, and then I'll be tapping on the ship button to add a consignment number so that the customers can track their product. And on the invoice page, I'll just tap here in the submit invoice button, and now let me tap here the ship link that we have for this particular order number 136, and on the new shipment for this particular order, here the admin can add the tracking number for the customers, and this tracking number would be sent out to the customers via email. So from here the admin can choose the respective shipping method. That's the Frenet shipping, and here is the title number, and when the admin gets the tracking number, he can enter that particular one here, and then he can tap on the add tracking number and can complete the shipping by tapping here on the submit shipment button. The Magento 2 Frenet Freight Extension, and I hope it helped you out in understanding the flow of the plugin. And if you have any questions, queries, or suggestions, then you can always get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise a ticket at webkul.ubdesk.com. Thanks for watching this